Welcome back to Soul Food. This episode is brought to you by friends and family at Soul. We are still on our series called Teach Me, Senpai.
Who's our senpai today?
Today, our senpai is none other than Celine.
Hi guys. I am
She
actually
cut
so
her hair
nervous.
for this episode.
She's nervous. She is make sure her
new
hair
haircut.
is ready. But we love Celine, right, babe?
Yeah.
We love
love you
Celine.
too.
Aww. So again, for context, Teach Me Senpai is a series where we are acknowledging that the younger generation can also teach us something.
Yeah.
That, of course, senpai in a Japanese culture is used for someone who is older, respected, but I love the word respected.
Yeah.
Younger ones deserve to be respected as well.
Yeah.
And so today we are sitting here with Celine Cheng. What's the full name? Xuan Yin.
You don't even know my full name.
Yes,
full name.
I don't
That's
know.
so sad.
I only know Celine Cheng.
Chang, 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 chang.
Cheng, 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 Cheng. That's your full name for us.
Yeah.
But today we brought Celine on an interesting topic. How do you remain in the same circle with your ex? Oh,
Question is why? What does it have to be Celine?
Why me?
Firstly, the rule of this episode, no names, guys.
Celine, no names, okay?
Celine, no names.
I don't know who. No names, right? Yeah.
Pastor Caroline, no names. Yes, me too. No names, okay? So no names. But why Caroline and I thought that you would be the best candidate for this episode is that we've seen you go through tough times. We've seen you rise up as well. We've seen you take the mature path. And that's sincerely from us. And that's why we are having you on this episode. So we want to learn. And of course, before we go any further, how old are you?
18.
18.
Let's learn from an 18 years old.
And Celine has already 20 boyfriends before.
No, I don't. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I'm very loyal.
Yes, you are. But yeah, ups and downs in your relationship. Babe, why don't you kick off with the first question?
Yeah, Celine. My question is, have you ever been in a situation where your ex was in the same circle of friends? This is obvious, I know. That's why she's here. But my question is, how did it make you feel?
Ooh.
Phew.
From like just break up?
But have you? Tell the audience.
You know.
Audience don't know.
Others don't know.
Audience don't know.
Okay, but walk us through maybe the time when you just when you just broken up. My gosh, my English is so bad. When you just broke up
Uh-huh.
and then like maybe you got better. So maybe you just walk us through that range.
So in context, when I broke up, I straight away see him the next day after we break up in school.
Because you're in the same school.
We were in the same school.
Okay.
Damn. That was tough.
How did it feel? It was tough?
The first day, I cried in school, you know.
Oh.
And he was sitting like,
Cat, do you know about this cat?
and he was sitting quite like, almost right next to me.
Okay.
I was like, why God, why? Yeah, but then it slowly get better as, you move on and you're recovering from it.
But what was the hardest part
Yeah.
of you seeing him?
Emotionally attachment.
Okay.
Emotional attachment.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
That whenever you see him, you'll think like, the good and bad days you guys went through.
Okay.
And it's more like, during the early state, for me personally, it's more like, I could have done this or that better. So this breakup won't happen. Or like, what can I do to get him back, to repair the relationship. And now looking back, I learned from it, that it already happened. So what you can do is that you move on and you can grow from your past relationship.
Yeah.
But walking through the journey is pretty interesting and tough.
But I think the understanding also for this episode is how, you handle your ex in the same circle. And we know that you your ex and your ex's friends and your friends are the same group of people.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know? So how do you journey? Like, did you tell them like, okay, from today onwards, I cannot hang out with you anymore?
Yeah.
Did you press on? Did you just toughen up yourself? Like, maybe walk us through some that is you felt was good and some was bad. Yeah.
Let me think.
Maybe you start with like good one first, like good one
Good
first.
ones.
Yeah. Like what do you do? What do you do that was good? Like maybe you told yourself, oh, I shouldn't meet him, or I don't know. What was it that you felt you did good?
I think I release out my emotion. I talk to people. I think talking to people is like one of the important factor. As like since you guys your nutrition is almost the same, that I tell them that I will try to avoid the hangout for the next months, the
Wow.
next few months.
Okay.
Because I feel like I know myself that if I see him, I won't recover. I
Alright.
won't move on.
That's very
So
mature.
yeah, I think I'm grateful for my friends as well. Cat behind the camera, thank you.
Oh,
That-
Kat is your friend. Oh,
Yes.
oh, wow.
that they understand. They won't be like, oh, so you don't want to hang out with us anymore lah, because you break up with him. But they come from a perspective of, okay, I understand you and I respect your decision and that I respect both of you. And they just like, one of the sentence I heard from Kat is like, I will always be here for you if you need anything.
Are you gonna be here for me
Yeah, I think
That's good.
when
the
I'm fighting?
understanding from your friends, and also you have to know yourself that what you do will like move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think talking to people.
But when you talk to your friends that way, but do you feel that your friends felt somewhat pressured to like choose sides between you and him at that point of time, or how did you like see the situation? How was your friends like?
I think they definitely feel a bit pressure as well, as like stress that I don't know which side to choose, kind of feeling. But I'm glad that both of us talk it out.
Mm.
That
Right.
I remember we had this conversation with the two of you after we break out. That how do we, handle sides like
Yeah.
avoid siding like one-sided. And other than talking to friends, I think mental clarity,
Right.
like what you're telling yourself every day.
Hmm.
That are you telling yourself that I still got chance to get him back, or are you telling yourself that I have to move on? Yeah, I think like what you're reminding yourself every day is very important as well. Because
Right.
if you're telling yourself every day that, okay, I still got chance, what should I do to get him back?
Yeah.
Then you'll never move on because you'll always be in the cycle of like, what can I do for him instead of how do I make myself move on and like, start a better future for myself.
Yeah.
In your process of moving on, like what you say, right? Did you encounter like an awkward moment with him and your friends? I'm
Yeah,
with
so
us.
that's my next question
Did
actually.
you
Like,
say-
like, like,
No.
like.
You encounter any
So
awkward
we heard the
moments,
good
like-
ones, but how are the bad ones? Like, what do you do that you wish you didn't do, or what emotional moment you went through that was like, oh my gosh, this really sucks.
No, I mean the awkward moments.
the
Is that-
awkward moments.
Happens any awkward moments
Yeah.
with him,
There's a lot.
with your friends?
Ah.
Awkward moments.
How do you deal with awkward moments as well, man? Mm.
That's a hard question. Awkward moments.
Yeah.
Don't have? Really?
I also don't believe it. But, okay, I recall one. But awkward moments when, like, that when you guys are doing the same thing, that you guys are involved in the same stuff after you guys break up, that you have no choice, that you actually have to talk to him. And it started very awkward. It's like you suddenly don't know how to speak to him. That it's like, and some more the conversation will go like, okay, so we should do this too. So do we still have chance? You know, that's the like most awkward moment that we were talking about this thing. Then suddenly the conversation will become, do you think we still got chance? And do you think we should try it out? You know,
Oh my
It's like-
gosh.
that's the like
And
most.
this is like with your friends all around.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It will become a group discussion, you know, that, it's like, should we really try back? And my friends is like, then we were starting to have a deeper conversation of like, getting back the relationship together. And that's the most awkward moment of my life.
Wow.
Catherine Uy, were you involved in that conversation, Catherine Uy? In a group of friends? Oh my gosh. Right. Yeah. That is a bad one.
And especially with his brother around,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think things will get awkward from there and all. But yeah, we've heard from how you did some of the good things, having the right group of people around you, and these awkward moments and everything.
Yes.
And it's just crazy. But I just want to take this time to, if I may say, sidetrack a little bit. Actually the value, we talked about this before, babe, how, Celine was just sharing just now, this thought that she has. Do I still have this chance with him again? What else can I do to be better? Actually, it's a very good thought process. I don't want to deny that. It's a very, very good thought process. You're actually having a awareness check, because what if you made a mistake and if you could apologize and all of that. But of course, then the next step is to see where's the relationship
Yes.
heading, because if the other party is maybe not interested, the other party, maybe has moved on, then we've got no choice too, but also to move on and carry on. Because the last thing we want for you, Celine, is to like, no, I still love him. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get him back. So I want to celebrate that trait. I think that value covers loyalty, that value covers faithfulness, that value covers passion. I think that's actually very, very beautiful. But our prayer is that you find the right guy
So 感动.
who one day, will appreciate this from you, right? So anyone now, Celine? Okay.
If you're seeing this,
Moving
you know
on. Moving on to the next question. Babe, what's the next question?
Yeah, so when you were trying to move on with him, right? Because you're in the same proximity, right? You're in the same school, you're in the same community, you're in the same church.
Stress.
Yeah,
You
and that's the reason
serve
why.
together.
That's the reason why we want to have this conversation as well,
Yeah.
because, you and I, babe, we believe that even though you break up with somebody, you can still remain in the same community.
Yeah,
and
there's a way.
There is a way, and we
I think
are
one
still
of-
figuring out,
yes,
right?
one of the way is like what Celine said. We sit with her. We sit with him.
Yeah.
We talk to them. And then we kind of guide them how to navigate this. That there's a way that we can do it. But you can't control everyone. You can't control everyone's reaction. You can't
Yeah.
control your friends'
Yeah.
reaction. My question is, what do you think that your friends should stop doing
Oh,
or saying or joking?
shut up, guys.
To you when you guys just broke up, when you guys tried to move
Caroline
on.
with the spiciest question.
Woo!
What do you think they should stop doing?
Bef-
Man,
bef-
why I kind of like can picture some people in my head. Like,
Who is
Not
it? Who is it?
mentioning
Not
names.
mentioning names,
Wait, before you answer, right? Like, I think, immature friends or immature attitude towards it, like, is the worst thing.
or sometimes maybe they just want to lighten up the mood in a
Yeah,
room,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
maybe they don't really. What do you call intentionally want to do it, want to hurt you, but somehow it makes things awkward and makes you feel hurt.
Yeah.
So what do you think the things that they should stop doing when like
Especially you just break
trying to
up
move on?
and you're still in the same circle with your ex.
Yeah. Tell me.
What they say.
What did they say? What did they do? Lah?
I can picture them in my mind.
Or maybe you can tell us examples
Maybe I
what they
cannot guess.
say,
Some of
what they
the
say,
friends.
and how did it affect you? Yeah.
What I heard the most is like, they say like, your relationship always like this one, might ended up break up one. I was like,
Oh.
I already said enough. Can you not say this?
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, another one is like, they say like, it's your fault, lor. You make this breakup happen, one, lor.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh dear.
why? you know? And when during the really early stage, I was like, can you guys just, shut up? yeah.
Mhm.
And just keep quiet, you know?
Yeah. I can feel the hurt radiating, babe. It's like a heat. She's like a radiator now. Oh wow, I can feel the.
Finally, I can
Yeah.
say it out,
Right. Yeah. I mean, it could be that your friends are trying to lighten up the mood, but at the same time, they unknowingly hurt you in that process. And then, of course, with your ex being in that circle, yeah, it doesn't help, right? But with them saying that, does that make you feel also like, oh, they're siding your ex?
Yes, there's like moments of me thinking that when I was really in a very negative emotion. Like, why are you keep siding? Like, why you guys keep siding him? Like,
Mm.
that, like, you guys just like say whatever that you
Yeah.
guys think, no matter who's wrong, who's right, that you guys just want to side him.
Yeah.
When like I'm in a very negative emotion, I will feel that way.
Yeah.
But also in the positive emotion, that it's like, but if like when I take the time to reflect, that like there's so much more that I can be better in that relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like I think you have to reflect.
That is definitely a healthy journey.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of courage to move on from there. I hope in due season you find time to forgive your friends. I mean,
Yes.
knowing your circle as well. I mean, the same church, I mean, they're great people. Great people, and yeah. I like what Caroline said just now. I think they all want to try their best to just lighten up the
Lighten up the mood.
mood.
Yeah.
But in that process of lightening up the mood, they hurt you, And so I think for anyone listening to this, I think really for a community to work and to thrive, do we empathize? Do we show grace to that
Yeah.
person? Even if that
Are we
person
considerate?
made a mistake, Yeah, I think sometimes we overlook it and we want to cut through the awkwardness. I think there's a time for it. I don't want us to be also a bunch of people where we can't have like, joke around or play around with one another. I think it's fun. I think it's fun that we, poke fun at each other, but again at the right time,
Yeah.
knowing when it's the appropriate season for it.
Yeah.
Because especially when Celine
Yeah.
was going through the breakup, and then I'm so sorry, Celine, to hear them say things like
Yeah.
it's you,
Imagine
it's
if-
always you.
Imagine if like she just broke up, and then we want to lighten up the mood. We thought that it's okay, and then we
Yeah.
joke like, oh yeah, now nobody ready to text her, now nobody
Mm.
to
Yeah,
call
yeah.
her. Like it sounds like we are lighting up the mood, but
Yeah.
she is in the midst of negative feelings, like you said, right? So it's not gonna help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got another question for you, Celine. I wouldn't say naturally, but it feels like it. Maybe logically, I just leave the WhatsApp group because we're all friends, I just leave the WhatsApp group. I just don't talk to them anymore so that I can heal myself. Do you think that is the best way forward? Do you do that, or what are your thoughts about that? Like leaving the group suddenly and all.
My question is like, why you want to leave your friends just because of him? That yes, it's sad that you guys broke up, but why you want to leave your group of friends just because of him? Because your ex is in the same group with you. That is it worth to exchange a group of friends with just one person?
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yes.
This girl has thought it all, babe.
Yes.
Wow.
But personally, I won't do that lah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I feel like if you're really, really hurt, that you just like you don't want to see anyone else, including your friends. Yeah, I think.
But I think my context is more of also like, yeah, I guess if you need time to heal, you need time to recover. Do you need to leave the group or not and all? But I like your answer. Why would I want to leave my group of friends for that one person?
Yeah.
Why would I want to just neglect my entire group of friends, especially if they're a healthy group of
Yeah.
people?
And they already like went through so much with you that why is it worth to exchange that with a group of like, such good friends,
Yeah.
just for that one person.
Well, one thing I'm reminded as I'm talking to you about this, I realized that a breakup is not just a two-party situation. It takes three parties. There are three parties involved: the boy, the girl, and their friends. You know, and sometimes we just focus on the boy and girl so much, but we don't focus on the friends. And I think the friends have a part to play as well. If the friends play their part well, actually the breakup can be a successful one.
Yeah.
You know, everyone would be happy, everyone will move on. And even if you start dating someone else and your ex start dating someone else, and again, you'll remain in that same circle, and again, with that respect, with that honor, with that awareness that, hey, Celine is bringing her new boyfriend to join us today. Should we ask her if everything is okay? Should we ask her ex, hey, this is happening. Are
Yeah.
you going to be comfortable with it? Like, I think if friends do take the initiative for it, wow, how healthy a community
Yeah.
would be. Don't you wish that your friends did that?
Yes, I agree. Guys, if you guys are watching this, if I bring my future boyfriend, can you please do this?
Yes, we
Yes.
will. Right, Kat? Oh, man. And another question. And I know this is a bit hard one, but if there's one advice that you could give your ex about staying in the same circle,
Oh.
what would it be?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, again, I want to be very careful here. It's not like you tell your ex, now you should do better. No. But maybe if you can also reflect on yourself, like what you wish your ex would tell you, you know, if you all want to remain in the same circle, what would it be? What would it be?
One advice.
I like the word advice, right?
Advice. Oh, help me.
Yeah. Help you.
She doesn't want to give advice.
Oh, you
Advice.
or what do you think like you would tell him?
Tell
Like,
him.
you know, if you could rewind back now with the knowledge you have after you have healed, and sometimes we get like, if I could turn back the time. Not to say that you want to get back together with him. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. It's more of like, hey, we broke up already. And I think these are the things that we could have done better. What would it be?
Tell him.
Mm-hmm.
After we break up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I will tell him like the past is already the past.
Mm-hmm.
I know like that memory I will like cherish in the bottom of my heart. But then like I also don't want to, lose him as a friend, like that. Cause at the start we get together because we start from friends first,
Yeah.
and I also like since he's in the same friend group, I also hope the best that we can actually like get back to how we used to be. So if I really can tell him one thing is that I really hope that we can get back to like how we used to be.
Yeah.
And the past is already the past. So
Right.
like what can we do better together as a friend group?
Okay.
You know, as you were sharing about this, right, I got curious and I got another question before we end this episode. What were some of your prayer requests unto God during this season? No, Siri, not you. I didn't call you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what were some of your prayer? Do you remember some of the really maybe dumb prayers?
That's a lot.
And maybe
Help
some
me get back to him.
or to tell us like maybe a couple dumb prayers that now you think it was dumb, and some really good prayers. You're like, oh man, that was really good.
Dumb
Okay, so start with dumb prayers first.
God, what can I do to get him back?
Oh,
God, let the Holy Spirit speak to me.
I'm so sorry, Celine.
Yes, that's exactly the prayer. Okay, God.
Holy Spirit, help me to get him back.
Speak.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Celine. Okay.
Yes, that's really one of like the dumbest prayer I ever prayed.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's like, that's like, that one, the other dumb prayer.
Maybe the good one.
Okay, how about good prayer? Like good prayer.
Prayer.
Yeah, what's a good prayer? You thought it was like, it's a good prayer.
How do I move on in a mature and healthy way?
Wow, that's what you told God.
Yes. Like, how do I, still remain in the same friend group? Like, instead of leaving the whole group of friends, how do I move on and communicate well with my friends in a healthy and mature way? Yeah.
These young people really amaze me.
Yeah.
I mean, when we first knew Celine, right? And to where you are now, Celine, we're just so proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your story today.
I know the title is Teach Me Senpai, right? Like we should learn from her.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know how to. If I look back, right, I never been this mature when I broke up.
That's why
And it's
she's
just
teaching us, babe.
Yeah, I mean, like wow.
My aunt.
Yeah. And so if you are struggling with this, to our listeners, if you're going through this and, the thought of your head, at the top of your head, you're feeling lost, you're feeling like discouraged. And what might feel is the best way is to just leave the group, the friend group, Know that that's not the only option. Again, the context for this conversation is how do we build a healthier friend group,
Yeah.
but there are some cases where maybe, hey, your ex is abusive, your ex was destructive, then I wouldn't recommend, Caroline and I'm sure Celine wouldn't recommend that you continue down that destructive path.
Yeah.
But if you're in a church community, in a school, campus, and really you're a bunch of good friends, like you said just now, hey, we started off as friends, and then, we became lovers. What happens next? Because I also know, because the other side of the coin is there's some people who don't want to even get into a relationship because they'll say things like, I don't want to ruin the friendship,
Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
And that's another topic for another day. But thanks again, Celine, for sharing your story. We really
Thank you
appreciate it.
for the opportunity.
Thank you for making us laugh.
Yeah.
But this is all we have for this episode.
Yeah.
Any information, any question, drop us a DM, email us, and we will see you for the next episode.